my humble sitaram this morning. First and foremost, on my behalf and everyone in this Sri Harinarayan Mandir, we want to say Kucha Pranam, welcome, Swagatam to all of you, and those of you who are joining us in whatever form, Facebook, any media, we bring the satsang into your home. We want to say thank you for joining us. It is a power of all of us that we can join in the satsang today. And before I move into the satsang, and then we can go into pravachan. and sisters at this point of time will join once again before I start Pravachan. We'll join in prayers to Omkar Bhagwan. And we pray that we are blessed to be here this morning in Satsang. And to those of you who are joining us, it's a blessed thing too, because it is with Satsang, Kirtan and Pravachan that we can be able to have God realization. And we pray to that Omkar Bhagwan. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Om Shri Saraswati Namo Namah. Om Shri Lakshmi Devi Namo Namah. Om Shri Shiva Parvati Mata Namo Namah. Om Krishna Radharani Devi Namo Namah. Sri Guru Charane Kamlebhyo Namo Namah. Sri Durga Bhavani Namo Namah. Hari Om. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Sri Govindaya Namo Namah. To that Bhagwan Sri Krishna, who is a friend of us in distress. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopish Gopikanta Radhakanta Namastute. Nilam Bhujam Shamalako Malangam Sita Samaropitu Bhamabhagam Panu Mahasayika Charuchakam Namami Ramam Raghuvansanadam. To that Guruji. Akandamandalakaram Vyatam Yena Characharam Tadpadam Darshitam Yena Sri Guru Eva Namo Namah. Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Devo Niranjana Guru Vakyam Sada Satyam Satyam Devo Param Padam. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Prem se bolo Sri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, once again, to each and every one of you that are there, my humble and deepest sincere welcome to everyone. And to those of you who are joining us, we want to say thank you very much. Today, Pravachan will be taken from one chapter of the Veda, and this chapter is telling us from the Atharva Veda. And if we know that the Vedas were given to us by the Rishis and the Munis, and it is here for us to have a better life, a better understanding of where we are, who we are, and the direction as we is going. And in the Atharva Veda, there are 4 Vedas, the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sam Veda, and they have the Atharva Veda here. The Atharva Veda deals with the science of sociology, economics, family, and general welfare of everyone. And in this verse that I'll humbly attempt talks about what is the best thing we can get rid of to be happy. Man life is governed by happiness, peace, and prosperity. But in this sloka is telling us that there's one thing that we need to take away from our mind. Anyone? Anger. And what's the opposite of anger? Is to be pleasant. So anger it's man's enemy. And if we get rid of anger, then we can be able to live a better life, and we can see what this sloka is going to tell us here. Avyajami bodhanvano manyum tadamiti rida yata sammanasyu bhuta sakyaya vivasajvahi hariyom. We will see what this explanation is telling us. It's saying, like, how many people loosen the string from the bow? They loosen the anger from our heart. And when this is done, if we loosen that anger from our heart, then people can be friends back again. People fall out, people fall back in, and because of anger. So when the bowstring, if you look at an arrow, when the bowstring stretches tight from one end to another, and those of you who go hunting, I see she's laughing, so maybe she go hunting. When it goes from one end to another, it's ready to shoot to pierce a target. So the mind is like a bow, which can be tightened by anger. And what does the mind shoot off? Words. So words are very, very important, my friends. That takes away anger from our minds so that we can equally have the thoughts of harmony, live in peace, be friendly, and we can be able to be through with dharma. So this chapter is telling us that if we get rid of anger, then surely our lives can be much more better than what it is today. And today we see the quickest thing, there's so many tensions going on, society, community, family, environment, all over the world. And anger is one of the things that comes to your mind in a wink of an eye. So it says, sometimes you ever see someone get angry. When we get angry, and I hope nobody in this mandir is angry, because the Sri Harinaraman, the philosophy is not of teaching this, it's of the teaching of love. So when people are angry, you don't want people to be around them, you don't want to talk to them, you break relationship. And the Veda is telling us that if we can loosen that anger, it's better because life is very short. And no one wants to be, generally, if you're angry, it's not a healthy environment, it's not a friendly environment, and because of that, we lose our friendship, we lose our family sometimes, and we're going to see later what anger will tell us. So, there are 5 sorrows that afflict the life of man. It says raga, anger, passion, dvesha, which is hatred, avidya, which is ignorance. And sometimes every day when we pray to God, we ask Him to lead us from the path of the darkness to light. As we just prayed earlier, we have the light is lighting. But we asking that, hey Bhagwan, show me that jyotir, show me that light of wisdom that can take away my anger. And sometimes, and I guess earlier I just did it, those of you who are here joining in puja, and many pujas that we come to the mandir, our words either makes us or our words breaks us. And if we look at the Angasparsh we do every day, it says, Wang mi estu. We pray for the very first thing for the mouth. But he's asking Bhagwan that every word comes from my lips, O Lord. Let it be a mantra. Let it be kind words that we can be able to do not offend anyone, because it is when we say things, people remember it for life. So it says that the words that come from your mouth should be a mantra, and it should be pure. So knowledge is power and ignorance is sin. And this verse tells us, Vidya eka shakti avidya pa. It says knowledge again is power and ignorance is sin. And if we look at puja, a lot of times we use that pushka, the duk grass. And one of the reasons for it, it keeps us calm. It keeps us calm and peace, that we do not get angry. And sometimes in life, we need to learn, we need to select our thoughts. You know, we come to mandir, and everyone we like to, including me, we like to have the nice clothes, we pick and choose where we want to go, we go somewhere. But if we go to work, it's the same thing, but we need to select our thoughts as well, the same way we select our clothes, and the same way we select everything else around us. Because this is a power that we can cultivate. And if we want to control the things in our life, we need to work on our mind, and we need to know what do we entertain into this mind, what do we display into this mind, and what do we do to make it better. Because the only thing we should try to do is to control and create our anger. And how we create my anger? Satsang, Kirtanam, Pravachan. And we sing the name of the God. Sometimes we are so hungry. We come to mandir, it gives us peace. We go to the murti, we talk to them, we look at them. We want to make sure that they make us happy. Sitaram Govinda Radhe Shyam, Sitaram Govinda Radhe Shyam, Sitaram Govinda Sitaram Govinda Radhe Shyam, 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 Sitaram Govinda Radhe Shyam. And that's how we serve the Lord. We sing His name, the name of the Lord, when we're hungry. That's the only source that we can change from anger to being happy. And sometimes when we look at it, and one of the verses in the Vedanta, which is comparing anger, and this verse talks about anger as well. And the Vedanta is literally means is accumulation of knowledge. Veda means knowledge, and Anta means the end of the Veda. So knowledge of the real self. So we are aware of the body, we are aware of the mind, the intellect, but we are not aware of the true self. Because if we read Vedanta, Vedanta helps you to unfold yourself, to find yourself, who you are. And there can be no anger unless there's an underlying desire. Sometimes we have too many desires, and because we have too many desires, we get angry. And to overcome angry, we need to locate these desires. What is this desire? And we need to eliminate them. So by eliminating them, we need to examine our thoughts. We need to make a better judgment so that we can elevate our mind. So in this Veda is telling us that if we need to give up anger, we need to turn to God. It says in this verse, Kama Krodha Madaloba Sabha Naat Naraka Kepan Sab Parari Ragubirahe Baju Baje San. what is first in the Veda is telling us? Lust, anger, pride and greed, my Lord. What it is, what path it is, and it's telling us that is a path that leads us to hell. So we need to give them up, and we need to worship Raghuveer, which is the Lord of Bhagavan Sri Ram. So this Katha is telling us in summary that we need to give up the things that will makes us fail in life. And when the things that makes us fail in life, we turn and sing, and we say what we sing? We sing this verse to Ram. Ram means the light of the self, the light within us. Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Sita Ram. Prem se bolo Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So we call the name of Ram and we ask Sri Ram, instead, give me, take away this anger that I can be able to overcome my life. So anger, it's a deadly enemy. And let's see what's this summarizing in this katha is telling us. It possesses an endless mouth that can eat us up completely. See what it says here? It possesses an endless mouth that can eat us up completely. So it is a sword that the edge of it is extremely sharp. It can cut us up into pieces. And when something cuts us up into pieces, it destroys you at the end. It destroys your family. It destroys the society. It destroys the community. It destroys anything that we see around us. So my friends, this katha is very much one that's relevant in today's society, because one of the reasons is that we are too angry. And that's why these Vedas, it's very here, and all the scriptures is here to tell us that they're giving us some kind of education. And when there is part of education, because when we read, well, I don't preach alone, but I probably teach. So basically, I want to stay within the time to make sure that we all understand what it is. At this point of time, I will take maybe one more bhajan. I see, this devotee just came, and I know she probably wanted to join in some stuff, so we're going to get it done later. So on this note, first and foremost, on my behalf, with Sri Harinarayan Mandir, I want to say Dhanyavad and thank you for all of you who've been coming this morning. To those of you joining us in Facebook, we want to say thank you very much, because it's with your presence that we not been able to hear to come. Prem se bolo Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. We'll have one bhajan, and then we go into Aarti, and Nadina ji will do the closing. ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि प्रदक्षन्ति प्रदक्षिणाय प्ररे प्ररे
Thank you. त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा पापं पापकर्माणं पापात्मा पापसम्भवा त्राहि पुण्डरीकाक्षं सर्वपापो हरो मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे बार बार वर्मां प्रभु हर्षदेव श्रीरं परसरोजनवाणी भक्ति सदा सतसंगस्य वज्रामचन्द्र की जय शरणं प्रभु उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय शरणं प्रभु ओम द्यौ शांति अंतरिक्ष गुम शांति पृथ्वी शांति आकाश शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पति शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वगुण शांति शांति एवा शांति सामा शांति ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम shall we all bow Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah
प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय. Devotees, this brings us to the end of this morning pravachan. Once again, I want to say thank you very much for everyone beginning Mandir and those of you who are joining on behalf of myself and this Sri Harinara Mandir. And as this brings us to the end of the pravachan, I will ask Nikita ji, who will be doing the closing. Thank you.
Panditji, devotees all, Sitaram. I'd like to thank Panditji for his wonderful katha today. I do hope you have learned something from his words of wisdom. Happy birthday goes out to anyone celebrating their birthday. Also, Bojjan has been prepared upstairs, so please help yourself after receiving our tea, milk, and prasad. I do hope to see you all next week. Thank you, and Jai Sitaram.